you ever get that feeling like there's hidden musical talent everywhere?
Mm.
Like right under our noses. We're going to try and find some today. We're doing a deep dive into the local music scene.
Okay. All right.
And we're checking out this website of Rob Maresca.
Rob Maresca?
Yeah, I don't know. Who is this guy?
Right.
Let's find out. So like the first thing I always do is I just go right to the upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
Right. That's going to give you a feel.
Yeah.
Like what does this person do musically?
Yeah.
And there's some interesting stuff here. September 25th, Beatles tribute. Okay.
Right. Standard.
Standard. Everyone loves the Beatles.
Yeah.
But, that takes skill to cover the Beatles.
Oh, yeah. To do it well. Yeah, for sure.
November 1st, Tom Petty night.
Tom Petty. All right.
But this is the one that really, this is the one that piqued my interest.
Okay.
November 27th, The Last Waltzers.
The Last Waltzers.
The Last Waltzers.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I mean, it sounds like a play on The Last Waltz, which, was the band's farewell concert.
Right. Like what kind of musician? Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna have a tribute night.
Yeah. What does that tell us about this guy?
Yeah. What does that tell us about Rob Maresca?
Well, I mean, the Beatles, like we said, everybody loves the Beatles.
Right.
That's kind of a given. It takes a lot of, like you said, skill, to cover the Beatles catalog.
Yeah.
The Last Waltz, though, you got to have a pretty deep appreciation, I think, for rock and roll history. The band, they were Americana, they were blues, they were like, they had that country sound.
Yeah. Roots rock. Real deep.
Yeah, rootsy, yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of people like collaborating. They had a lot of guests in there.
Right. So maybe this is a guy who like appreciates collaboration, loves that community vibe.
Yeah, maybe.
And, Tom Petty, you can't forget Tom Petty, right?
Yeah, what about the Tom Petty night?
That heartfelt, like, Americana kind of sound. Do you think that, like, could give us some insight into, like, his own original music?
Yeah, I mean, you're thinking, what, like the songwriting?
Yeah. Like, maybe there's a storytelling element to his music. Tom Petty was all about, like, raw emotion, putting his heart out there.
Right. You're looking for those through lines, right?
Yeah.
From the covers to the original.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
January 4th, Steep Grade 20-year reunion.
Steep Grade.
Steep Grade with Jim Wolfe and Big Signature. Now, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But that screams local music scene to me.
Yeah, 20-year reunion. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
There's got to be some deep roots there.
Like, these guys have history, right?
Yeah.
It's not just playing music. It's deeper than that.
And Big Signature? Like, what does that even mean?
Big Signature. I don't know. But it sounds like a bigger band situation.
Yeah. It does.
Which is interesting because we've got, like, solo tributes. We've got,
So he's versatile.
Versatile, right. Like maybe he's comfortable in all sorts of musical settings.
Starting to sound like it.
Okay. And then I went to the bio just to, see what's up.
Okay.
Versatile performer, recording artist, and friendly neighborhood guitar teacher.
Okay. So he teaches too.
He teaches too.
Wow.
So we've got Beatles, we've got Tom Petty, we've got the band, we've got local reunions, we've got teaching. What's your overall impression of this guy?
Okay, so based on all of that, my impression of Rob Maresca, this is a guy who loves music.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. I mean, anybody who teaches, anybody who does these kinds of tribute shows clearly loves music history, has a lot of respect for it.
Yeah.
Probably very skilled. You don't get to this point without, being able to play with other people and teach.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like this is a guy, like we were saying, who is clearly comfortable in all these different settings. And that teaching aspect too.
Yeah, what is that?
It says something, right?
It says a lot. Like he wants to give back, wants to share that love of music with other people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. And it's so cool how we can just like take a website,
Right.
and glean all this information about a person, about their musical journey.
Right. It's like being a musical detective.
Exactly. And I think, we've done a pretty good job of like uncovering those hidden layers,
I think so. But it does leave a pretty big question, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Like, what does his original music sound like?
Yeah, what does it sound like? We've heard who he likes, right? But what about Rob Maresca's music?
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to catch a show to find out.
Yeah, I guess so.